Good evening. I almost said good morning. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to a game that's not Minecraft. Um, as I mentioned, and I've been hyping it up for a couple weeks now, I wanted us to play Stardew Valley. I got back into it and have been having actually a lot more fun than I thought. Um, so yeah, I just want us to get into it. Yeah. For those of you that don't know what Stardew Valley is, the best way I can explain it, it's a farming simulator, life simulator type game to where you go in, you plant crops, meet people, build relationships, all that kind of stuff. There's mining, animal fight. No, not animal fighting. Mob slaying, all that kind of stuff. So what I'm going to do for today's episode, what my plans are, is I'm going to take you through a day in my farm, and as you'll see here, ignore this one, but as you see here, the one that says Mark, I've played 85 hours. I'm in year 4. Needless to say, I've played this a while. And I think this is the initial, when I bought the game back in 2017, I think. This is the initial file. So I want to take us through a day of my farm, you guys. I do want to show you everything that I've been able to unlock after 4 years. And then what we're going to do is, after we finish the day, I'm going to back out and we're going to do a new farm, and that'll be our farm. So let's dive into it. So I'm doing this too so you can get a taste of like what the later game stuff is about too, because you'll see 2 different houses. Because this house, my house, which I've just taken a liking to redecorating, which I didn't think I would because I'm not normally an aesthetic kind of guy. But this room, the bedroom, the kitchen, and the cellar are all like late game, or not late game, but just all like purchases. So these are all casks that you can put cheese in to age it, so that way you can sell it for more money. So what I usually do for this is I'll put the goods I'm ready to sell in this chest, in these chests, and then sell everything at the end of the week. So that way I gain the most money, because I mean I have $57,000 or 57,000 coins right now, but I'm not hurting, and I'll take you down through the farm in a minute. This building's where I keep all my kind of farm goods, dairy products. My ore smelters are back there. So I do that just to keep everything organized. So for these, and I don't have any fruit. So this is a truffle oil maker, a loom. These are the mayonnaise machines. You might hear that a decent bit too. I don't, whoops, I knew that too. I don't, spam click. So I just push and hold. We'll get some new ores cooking. Back here, as you can see, the torch entrance, this is a cave, which I think, I don't want to give away too much of early game stuff that we'll talk about when we restart. But I think we'll get to that point. I can't remember. This is my greenhouse, which is an unlockable. So, and in here what I've done is plant crops that grow without replanting. So these are cranberries. This row is, these 2 rows are, and this is corn. So, is that. And then here's my animal farm. And I think they get a bigger piece of land than my farming does. So these are all, so this is the barn. I have to remember the proper titles. So you'll see my cow. This is Line. This is Moozy. It was 4 years ago when I made this, so leave me alone. Killy. Snoo. So, most of these names are pre-done names because I'm not one for huge customization. Shakini. However you pronounce it. Mumbus. and 3 new. So there's all my barn animals. This is a heater that keeps them warm in the winter. This is an auto collector, which if you decide to play this, it's expensive. I believe these are 25,000 gold. But it is worth it than having to go through and milk the goats and cows and shear the sheep. It is way easier because it does it all for you. And they do recommend close the gate because it's raining out, so that way your animals don't get cold. And yes, I'm going to close the coop. So this is my coop. So here's where I get all the eggs and all that. This is my chicken Checavella. The cluckers, again, an older one. Griso, my bunny. Somebody. I think I mistyped that one, and that's why I kept it so much. There's Nugget, and there's Nugget. Yes, I did name him Nugget for the fact that he'd be a chicken nugget. I was in high. Oh, wait, no. How old is this game? This game might be older than I thought because I almost said I made this in high school. So, as you can see, it's 10:30, so the day goes kind of quick. So I'm gonna try and show you as much as I can before we end the video, or before we switch over. So yeah, there's all the milk. I can put you in the loom. The one thing I'm bad at though is resource farming. I think is the term I want to use. Because a lot of stuff you have to go farming for, ironically. So yeah, so here is my farm. I'm only gonna show like this top row because each of the rows below it are about the same. Right now I have a bunch of potatoes and some cauliflower that hasn't grown yet. Yeah. So potatoes for me, when they plant, which I think I'll be able to show you early on, when you plant them, they have a chance for double harvest. So which means if I pick up one, I have a chance to get like 2 or 3. Except I will to get more bait. Over here is my tree farm. So some of these trees you see have tappers on them. And they produce like, what is it, maple syrup on maple trees, oak resin from oak trees, and I can't remember the third one. But they are good for crafting and all that. And to the right, which I need to expand, and has been on my to-do list to expand for a while, is my fruit trees. So I only got cherries and apricots. So, and there's like 8 fruit trees I think you can get. 8 different fruit trees. I have plans to redo the farm a little bit more. Just because I can. The other thing I need to do is get a stable. Actually, can I do that? So I'm taking all this, I'm taking the wood, the stone, and I'm dropping off all these. I should take these inside, but I'll do that at the end of the day. One of you remind me out there to do that. Your wood, actually I'm going to take the hardwood too. Your wood, your hardwood, stone, and fiber? I almost called it grass. All that is like essential, building materials. So a lot of what you see here is made from that kind of stuff. There are some other things, and there's actually some new things since I played, because I haven't played the PC build of this in what feels like forever. I think I've only been playing it for like 2 weeks now, I think. Actually, ever since I got the new computer. So yeah, about 2 weeks now. And, talk more on that. Mark, why are you out here in the rain? I could ask you the same question. Never seen that before. Came here to spend some time alone. But I don't mind your company. You're getting soaked. Come stand under the tree. It's impossible to describe this feeling. Watching the curtains of rain whisper above the lake. What is that? Oh, it's a mini heart. You're full of surprises, Mark. I'm impressed. Oh, I think we might not be able to hear it because I have the music turned down. I think I do. Darn it! I wish I would have known this thing would have this interaction would have happened. Because you typically are able to hear them. Are those fish dancing at our music? Okay, so what just happened there is you can have crowd or person interactions. So which that tells me, so yes. And there's also a like meter, so like Gus is one of my best friends, Abigail, who you just saw, is one of my best friends too. And you can get into relationships, you can marry people, so I'm close to being able to get in a relationship with Abigail. Nobody judged me, and I know my kids are going to make fun of me. But yeah, and they are kind of random. I don't know enough about when they happen. I know it's, to my knowledge, I know it's like every 2 levels, I want to say. So, but I need to see. Oh, thank goodness Robin's working. I need to construct a stable, and please tell me I have enough. Oh, I don't have enough. I left my iron at home, but I need 100 hardwood. I only got 41. No! Fine. Anything else I could do? Oops. Community upgrade. I don't have $500,000. Don't need that, don't need that. I don't need a well, because everything's automated. Don't need a shed. A shipping bin would be good. And I've thought about this. Alright, I'm gonna get a shipping bin. Because what I'm gonna start doing, and a part of how I said I needed to upgrade the farm, is that's the only shipping bin I own up there. So what I'm going to do is put a shipping bin here next to the, oh gosh, my brain farted. Next to the, what are those called? Whatever those are called, I can't think of it right now. And a shipping bin next to the trees. So that way I can store, like, that up there would be just for farm goods mainly. This would be for the trees. I'm going to move the preserve jars. I'm going to move the winemakers over to here too, so that way I can conduct all of that in one area. So, well, that was cool. That was cool to get that kind of reaction. That's the first time I've seen that interaction before. Because yes, I've played multiple worlds of this. I have it on my Switch right now. I'm honestly surprised I don't have it on my phone or my tablet, because this is probably, and I can say this with a lot of honesty, this is probably my favorite game. And I think I've talked about it a little bit in one of the Minecraft videos. It's my favorite game because it's the perfect, to me, and this could be divisive, I don't know. It's, and I know I'm not talking a lot about what's going on, but I'll do that more once we get into the actual game. Um, but it's the perfect like reality escape type game, if that makes sense. And you know, and I think too, especially with corn. I think that was a seagull. Yeah. Oh, let me, before I forget, let me get the music. Yeah, I did have the music down. There we go. Man, that blows. I wish I would have heard that. But like, even in quarantine, when obviously reality as we know it kind of blows, this guy, it will be a long time before we see this if I continue this series for a while. Um, this guy sells you, so, okay, I gotta be right back. Sorry. Nature calls. So what was I saying? Oh, yeah. So Stardew Valley, to me, is the perfect, like, reality escape game, and especially during quarantine when, you know, reality kind of blows. This is a good... This is a good game to me, and that's why I think Animal Crossing came out at, like, such the right time. Because it's a game where you just go do stuff. You know, even if you're stuck at home feeling unproductive, you know, you may not be working right now. You know, kids, you're out of school right now. So, I should show you more. I'm not showing you all that much. Well, I can do it when we play the actual game. But it's the perfect game. Like, get up, water your crops, get up, you know, tend to your animals, make stuff, get stuff ready to sell. I'm actually gonna take this cheese and put it inside real quick. Obviously I don't need that. This has definitely got like the Minecraft music vibe. But it's the perfect game to like just get in, do stuff. It doesn't have to be a hack and slasher like Doom. It doesn't have to be crazy adventures like Breath of the Wild. It could just be a game where you just go, do stuff, and go. Now see, I'm at like the advantageous disadvantage because obviously, as you can see, I have a bunch of sprinklers, so they do all the watering for me, and I have enough that covers the entire length of all my farms. And my journal, there's nothing for me to do. I'm at the end game type status where it's literally the end. I don't have anything needed to do. That'll be a good idea. Let's do that. And yeah, so I don't. I'm at a loss, and I've thought about deleting this world, but they've added more stuff to this, to like the end game type stuff. So she's a traveling salesperson. She comes back, I think it's like every Wednesday and Saturday, and she offers like a variety of stuff. Like this rare seed, I gotta do, because I think that is part of something. Plus 30 max energy? Excuse me? Get the little tree. I am taking a liking more to decorating. So like, is that like permanent? Or once I get back down to 338, it'll... Okay. Okay. So, and over here too, again, it's one of those areas that you have to have an iron axe to get to, because these type of logs and the log that you need to break in order to get here is hardwood, and only an iron axe can get you through it. So there's this. Is there anything else I want to show you that I know we won't really get to in the initial game, or do I just want to wait and take you along the journey with me? Because like I said, we'll probably go for about an hour 45 minutes to an hour today. You know, and obviously I'm cutting out my bathroom break. Who do you think I am, Jacksepticeye? Um, and I love this sword. And like I said, there is mobs, there is, oh, I see you. There is, mining. Is that a frog? There is all that I'm not going to show you in my world. I'm going to, when we get to the new world, I'll show you because um, how I can do mining is a little OP and something we won't get to immediately. So it's 10 p.m. I'm going to wrap up. I'm going to put everything away. I need to get some torches down here and over here. So, and you may wonder too, you know, Mark, how do you have this glowing light around you? Part of the mob fighting, escape? Yeah, is you can get rings to help you out. So my 2 rings right now are glow ring, which emits a constant light, which is good for mining, and the magnet ring, which collects the which increases the radius of how you can collect items, which is super dope. I need to put nope, not you. I need to put you in here. Because I think if you saw that statue in that hardwood area that I was just in, I believe, if I understand it right, you unlock like a special thing if you harvest the rare seed and there we go. Oh, it's this picture. Oh, okay. I believe if you harvest a rare seed or make a dish with a rare seed, that you take it to the statue, and it's like an offering you can make. Don't quote me on that. Is it raining again? I'm leaving. I just want to see. I don't think I've ever seen it rain 2 days in a row. Wow. Okay, so we're gonna exit the title. We're gonna do new. So what should our name be? Oh, I'm terrible at naming. Trunkle. Sure. Farm name. Babel. Oh yeah, I guess I could make this. So it's like Timothy. Actually, can I make one second Timothy? Can I put numbers? I can. First Timothy. I'm picking First Timothy because that's one of my favorite scripture verse comes in. Favorite thing, the Bible. So this is kind of cool. Is you can pick what type of farm you get. So what you saw in my world, and it's only because it's old, is a standard farm. You can pick a Riverland farm, which gives fish more common. A forest farm, so wood is plenty. Hilltop, which gives you mining opportunities. Wilderness farm, which is in the other world you saw, which there's monsters, and then the Four Corners farm, which you can play with your friends. I'm gonna choose. I've done, I think, all of these. I'm gonna choose the Hilltop farm. So let's see. We'll be a guy. I'm gonna do appearance by like this. Pick a number 1 through 10. Okay. So I don't know how well you can see it. I had Alexa pick a number 1 through 10 for me, and it's 5. So I'm just going to hit random 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. I'm not going to skip the intro because you guys need to see it. Oh, yeah, that's right. We can pick animals. I like puppers. We'll do the Scooby-Doo. Okay, so I'm going to clam up for a minute. Actually, I don't need to because there's no voices. And for my very special grandson, I want you to have the sealed envelope. No, don't open it yet. Have patience. Now listen close. There will come a day when you feel crushed by the burden of modern life. And your bright spirit will fade before a growing emptiness. When that happens, my boy, you'll be ready for this gift. Now let Grandpa rest. XX years later. Joja! Join us! Thrive! We all need to be working. Such an uplifting environment. There's Woody. Kidding. Life's better with Joja. Oh, cool. That guy worked himself to death. I'm crying. I'm sad, I should say. Oh, I click it. Grandpa's letter. Dear First Timothy, if you're reading this, you must be in dire need of change. The same thing happened to me long ago. I lost sight of what mattered most in life, real connections with other people in nature. So I dropped everything and moved to the place I truly belong. I've enclosed the deed to that place, my pride and joy, Babel Farm. It's located in Stardew Valley on the southern coast. It's a perfect place to start your new life. This was my most precious gift of all, and it now is yours. I know you'll honor the family name, my boy. Good luck. Love, Grandpa. P.S. If Lewis is still alive, say hi to the old guy for me, will you? And so, our new journey in life begins. We're on our way to Stardew Valley. Gosh, I haven't seen it. So anytime I usually play a new game, I skip the intro because obviously I know the story. But man, I haven't seen it in so long. I forgot how sentimental it is. And I know I'm not going to get emotional over Stardew Valley. Calm down. The bus. Hi, you must be First Timothy. I'm Robin, the local carpenter. Mayor Lewis sent me here to fetch you and show you the way to your new home. He's there right now, tidying things up for your arrival. The farm's right over here, if you'll follow me. I haven't done the hillside valley in forever. This is Babel Farm. What's the matter? Sure, it's a bit overgrown, but there's some good soil underneath all that mess. With a little dedication, you'll have it cleaned up in no time. And here we are, your new home. Ah, the new farmer. I don't know why he's British. Welcome, I'm Lewis, mayor of Pelican Town. You know, everyone's been asking about you. It's not every day that someone new moves in. It's quite a big deal. So, you're moving into your grandfather's old cottage. It's a good house, very rustic. Rustic? That's one way to put it. Crusty might be a little more apt, though. Shut! Rude! Don't listen to her, First Timothy. She's just trying to make you dissatisfied so you buy one of her house upgrades. Gasp! You're right! Anyway, you must be tired from the long journey. You should get some rest. Tomorrow, you ought to explore the town a little bit and introduce yourself. The townspeople would appreciate that. Oh, I almost forgot. If you have anything to sell, place it in the box right here. I'll come by during the night to collect it. Well, good luck. And First Timothy has his first day on the first farm. Ah, small crystal. Like I said, some of this stuff will be a little bit new to me because I don't think I've seen this. Alright, it's been a while since I've seen this before. So yes, getting started. Cultivate and harvest a crop in the introductions. So now you see why the title thumb has that as today's episode. So what I'm going to do real quick is just get an area set. So yes, and you get all the basic tools. I believe all these are stone. I want to say they're not that strong. That I think should be big enough. And I do have a little bit of a system to do this. So I'm gonna do 3x5. 3, 4, 5. Oh, I know what I need to do too. So there's a setting that helps me tremendously because, as you can already tell, I'm bad at eyeballing stuff like this. It's always show tool hit location. I have that turned on, and advanced crafting info. That'll come in really good later, because now I can see where I'm planting, and I can see where I would be tilling the soil. Like now, I can see what spot I'm watering. So like I said, let me do this real quick. The town really doesn't open until 9, so I'm not going to rush getting in there yet. I at least know Pierre's doesn't open until 9. Like I said, it's been forever and a day since I've seen this thing. Man, because like I said, normally when I've done this one before, but it's been it's been a really long time. So, and there's part of it I want to show you. It's over here. So, this area in year 3, I believe, you can put a diamond on the altar. So it's like an altar built for your grandpa, and he'll come back as a spirit and tell you how you're doing on your farm. Kind of creepy, yes, but it's a very touching and sentimental moment. But like I said, it's year 3. Okay. So, we have 28 people to greet. I do know we don't get everybody day 1. Some people aren't active. Well, I don't know if I tell you or don't tell you. Because I don't want to spoil it. I will say one we will get to is Willie the Fisherman. We get to meet him day 2, I believe. So yeah, so I usually take today to obviously harvest or gather. The downside is though we only have this one road. You can buy a bigger backpack. This is the birthday calendar, so it says Mayor Lewis's birthday is on Sunday, this upcoming Sundays. So, and if you give a person their gift on their birthday, their relationship with you grows. So this is Gus. I'm getting the supplies. I'm getting some supplies for the saloon. Pierre's got the good stuff. So there's Gus. This is Marnie. She is the what's the title? She takes care of the animals. So I can buy the animals from her, all the animal farming supplies, all that kind of stuff. Ah, Mayor Lewis just told me about you. I'm Marnie. That's not what she says. This is Pierre. This is his store. You can buy seeds, saplings, all that kind of stuff from him. I don't know if I can go in. I can. So, let's sometimes, though they do have a church service, which a little bit about the story of that is actually kind of interesting. You've met Abigail. In here, I didn't even... I have to be friends with Caroline. Caroline is Pierre's wife. So I'll have to get friends with her first. So there's... how many people already? 6 people. And it counts Lewis and Robin. So I'm going to try and hit all the main area. Down here, there's Harvey, the town doctor. Yep, does all the work. It's good work, and he does. He rescues my butt tremendously, because if you run out of energy, Pierre checks you over, and it's a true doctor's bill when he gets it. This Alex, he is the grandson of these 2 wonderful people. This is George, the old coot. And this is Evelyn, or as we'll call her, Granny. They are sweet people. George is just a grumpy old man. Let's see, I went there. This is Mary Lewis's house. This is the saloon, or like the bar. This is where Gus lives and works. This is, I always get his name wrong. Sam. So, there's like 2 or 3 guys that look the same. Leah. Leah's one of the harder persons to find. So Leah lives, well, I'll show you. This is Robin, no, Penny. Sorry. I get some of these people confused. Actually, Penny, I'm going to give you a daffodil. Penny is like the local teacher. In here is Emily and Abigail's house. Emily is a knitter and works with Gus in the saloon. Abigail's probably still up in her room. So, and over here is where Jody. No, not Jasper. You. What's your name? Vincent. So, and there's Jody. Jody has a husband named Kent, which we'll meet in year 2. By context clues, he is like an military man, and so he's out on service right now. So you get that by some of the dialogue that you see with them. Over here is the museum. When the mines open up, you get more story about it, so I don't want to give it away. This is Gunter. Yeah, the previous curator made off with the entire collection, so they have no artifacts to display. But somehow we get roped in to find any artifacts or minerals and bring them to him. So, which is kind of cool, because you do get some pretty good rewards with it. Seeds, decorations, all that kind of stuff. This is the blacksmith. Nope, don't eat the daffodil. There's Clint, the blacksmith. Oops. I gave him the daffodil, but I'll take it. So I do this so I can see who I'm missing. Like I said, some of these guys we won't see yet. So some of these guys are working for the Devil Company, which I call Jojamart. Because I believe but there's Shane. Pam, yeah, Sam. So I can't talk to Shane yet. This dude, Morris. Yeah. So there's, I don't know if I want to say it yet. I can say it. There's this big rivalry between Jojamart and Pierre's. So to put it, sadly in today's terms, it would be no different from like a mom and pop shop versus like Walmart. This is the old community center, which I'll talk more about when the time is right. Right now I'm just trying to look for people. I'm not doing a whole lot. The only thing I'll do after this is go down to the beach and Get something in my eye, apparently. Man, do you ever have those days where it's just hard to wake up? That was me this morning. I did not want to get out of bed. I actually slept in late. Late-ish. Demetrius? So he's the local scientist. He's married to Robin. So which is definitely kind of cool. Sebastian. Come here. Sebastian and Leah are probably the two hardest people to meet. So what's kind of interesting about this family, and what's kind of cool from Concerned Ape to do something like this, is it's, what's the term? A blended family, I believe. So Sebastian is Robin's son, and Demetrius has a daughter named Maru, which I'm on the lookout for too. But it was like a single dad with his daughter and a single mom with her son, so they're married. And it's kind of cool, and you see a variety of stories like that in this game, which is really just cool to me. For them to incorporate a variety of backgrounds. Up here is where the local homeless guy is, Linus. He's a sweetheart. He is a sweet bean. So let's see, how many people did I meet so far? 21 out of 28. I'm doing good. Sometimes, too, the best time to meet people is at 5 when everybody clocks off for work and goes to the saloon. I know we'll meet Shane there. Pam goes there. Depending on the day is who shows up. I've seen Harvey in there. Robin and Demetrius go for dinner. Sam, Abigail, and Sebastian all hang out there from time to time. I see Sam's off work. So, there's Maru. So, Penny, Maru. Maru is Demetrius' daughter, and she's like a scientist, but volunteers at Harvey's too, as like the local nurse. I talked to Emily. So, yeah, I've always tried to challenge myself to like, okay, get it all done in one day! But, like, the game does not allow you to. So, because like him, we don't see for 2 weeks, I think. I didn't go over to Marnie's yet to see JS, and Willie doesn't come in until tomorrow. So everybody else, and Sebastian, which I might be able to go see. I did say I have to go to the beach. So Sebastian is right here. Oh, Elliot, Sebastian. What do you think of the guy who lives by the sea? Wouldn't you think Sebastian first? I think that has a bad naming opportunity. But, well, I don't work for Concerned Ape, so. And if you hear me, Concerned Ape is the publisher of the game. Just keep everybody aware. Can I jump in here to see? Oh. Marnie, you're not even open on Mondays normally. Tell me it's locked. Whatever. So I'll have to catch Jess tomorrow. Jess is, I believe, Marnie's daughter. I don't remember all of that. Emily, this is, Haley, not Abigail. Haley and Emily are sisters, which is like the odd couple. It's night and day difference, which, again, I'm sure is purposely done. So who else am I missing? So Jess I can't get today. I'll get you tomorrow. You should be at the bar, and I can get Caroline. Because I know by day 2 you can get 27 out of 28 people. Shane, the town teenage grump. He's got a hard life. I know he has a hard life. I believe he lives with Marnie, so he is Marnie's nephew. So, and I've learned a little bit. So, like, as I mentioned with Abigail's event that we did in my world, you can cycle through and get, like, special events like that. So I think it was Shane's 4 heart events that you learn that he has a rough relationship with his parents and all that, which is sad. But it's interesting to see all at the same time. So I think that's everybody I can get. Oh, I could probably go find Caroline. If I can get Caroline, I know I can hit everybody tomorrow. Because I'll get a note. Well, I'm ready to jump the gun and just like, yeah, let's go. Yeah, see, there's Caroline. I can go see her. As long as I don't go to bed yet, I'm good. And I'm not reading the introductions because all the introduction. Oh, that's right. That doesn't count Rasmodius. Or the wizard. As part of the initial introduction. So all I have left then is Jas and Willie. Cool. So like I said, you can get super close to getting everyone done in day one, but like I said, Willie just doesn't come in to the story until tomorrow. So, and what I'm gonna do, and what I usually do for this early game stuff, like the first week at least, is I sell all the food, just so I can get a little extra money. So, and what's cool is you can check the weather. So tomorrow's gonna be clear and sunny. So that means I have to go water the crops. Fortune teller, you can see how your luck is gonna be. Neutral, so like the best time to go mining typically is when your luck is high, or if you want to go foraging, go when your luck's high, because I believe how that works is the more luck you have, the higher chance you can get, or the more stuff that'll spawn. And living off the land just gives you basic tips. Oops. So this one's for all you chop wood, search for forage, earn some cash while you're waiting on your first harvest, yeah. Oh, they tell you to sell the wood too? Interesting. Yeah, usually I keep all the wood, stone, and all that. So there we go. We made our first profit. 220 gold. And there you go. So you got the basis of how farm life works. So, and this should be the message from Willie. Ah, no, it's backpack. I keep finding cool stuff, but my backpack is full. Does this sound like you? Well, Pierre's got you covered. Stop by Pierre's General Store today and check out our affordable size 24 backpack. I would, but it's expensive. I just got back. Go see Willie. Yep. So you go see Willie. I think it's like before 5. Yeah. And oh yeah, that's the one downside about this area is you don't have clear access to a water source. So that's why. So probably like in this game or in this map, a well is going to be very crucial. Because you really don't have clear access to a water source. I think my only really clear access is down here. Nope. Ah, it's right here. Yeah. So, kind of a bummer. So, but again, that's why the wells were put in the game. So it's game design, which makes sense, even if I don't agree with it. I'm not a game designer. All I am is a theorist. A game theorist. So I'll get us through Willie. I might be able to just finish. Well, how long was it? Okay, I gotta remember how long I want to record for. Yeah. So now I will say you do get a chance to increase your energy. So I know like my energy bar down here is going down really quick. There's different ways to do it. I can't remember all the ways right now. There's secrets in the game too that we're gonna explore. I have looked them up, and I might need to do it again just out of reference. They're kind of interesting, they're kind of not, but they lead you to some cool stuff. Some stuff you can't do, I think, even in the first year. You have to take it to year 2 when you've expanded a lot more. Ah, okay, so I got what I wanted. The reason I cut down so many trees and probably killed all my energy really quick is I needed a chest. What I usually do is put a chest And my recommendation now, and this is new between the time I played it before and the time I'm playing it now, is wait until you get 3,000 gold. Your first purchase should be a workbench that you can get from Robin's. And what you do is you place that next to the chest, and you don't have to take out, like, if you're going to craft, say, a scarecrow, which is, I think, like 50 wood, 20 fiber, and a piece of coal. Instead of having them in your hotbar down here, you can just put the workbench next to the chest that has all that info, and you can just make it from there. So that's my recommendation. And there's Willie, the old seafaring pioneer. Ahoy there, son. Heard there was a newcomer in town. Good to finally meet ya. I'm still trying to unwind after a month out on the salty seas. It was a big haul. I sold a lot of good fish. Finally saved enough to buy me a new rod. Here, I want you to have my old fishing rod. It's important to me that the art of fishing stays alive. And hey, maybe you'll buy something from the shop once in a while. Now I got a fishing rod. I can fish now. There's good water in the valley. All kinds of fish. Oh yeah, my shop's back open, so come back in if you need supplies. Also buy anything you catch. If it smells, it sails. That's what my old pappy used to say. Goes back smoking his pipe. So yeah, there's 4 main areas I believe you can fish in. Obviously the ocean. There's a river that's on the bottom path here. Up by Robbins, there is a, what is it called? A lake. That I'll show you more once the mine opens up. Mine doesn't open until I think day 5. And over by where Marnie is, there's a lake. You remember in my world when we, okay, so it's just, so all I have left to meet is Jazz. Which, there she is. She's cute. Alright, so now I have to give somebody a gift. So, and unfortunately right now I don't have, Mayor Lewis, have this piece of bread I found. Thanks! Nobody tell him it was from his trash. So, and there you go. So, there's quests you can do along the way. There's a lot of stuff you can do. And that's one thing I love about this game. It's like, there's never not a thing you can do. Wild horseradish, you got it. I'm sure I can find one. And, yeah. So now, you got pretty much the basics of how this game goes. I will do some fishing today. I gotta find that horseradish for Demetrius. So, the cooler part of this game, to me, doesn't open up for another 2 weeks. When you get to meet the wizard, and when the mine's fully open, and the community center, that broken down piece of building, yep, that has a role. So, yeah, I think what I'm going to do right now is just clear everything up until this path. So it's not that much, and I don't think I should run out of energy. That's the cool thing about the scythe. The scythe and the sword that you'll get does not use your energy. Super convenient. Why, when it's, you know, like a tool, like the axe or the pickaxe, I don't know, but I'm not complaining about it. Because when you're in the mines fighting stuff, you don't have to worry about your energy all that much, which is super dope. Yeah, I wish I had more to say, but I can't. It's a cool game. I mean, like I said, and I've told you guys, you know, it's a good reality escape, and has been a good reality escape for me over the past couple weeks when life hasn't dealt me the right, you know, the winning hand with it. Mentally, I should say. So, and obviously I don't want to get into that. I have thought about doing another Friday sit down. So expect that in probably a couple weeks. I'm going to talk about burnout. and it's something that I deal with super consistently because I have a terrible work. I have an unhealthy work habit. So yeah, so here's the mine here. Do I want to give away the story? I could, because I don't think we'll get to day 5 in this session. So the story is JojaMart, the Walmart of today, was drilling and caused this rock slide. So, and it's going to take... The reason I think it's day 5 is because I think it's after you harvest your parsnips, the little patch of seeds that we got to start the game off. Because parsnips take 4 days, so day 5 would be 4 days later. Alright, let's do some fishing too. I don't have that much energy. I need to go to Gus's and buy a salad. And salads, believe it or not, and it's actually kind of a cool game mechanic to realize that, yeah, salads are actually kind of healthy. They give you good energy. I think I can buy for him this early. I can't. Yeah, 115 energy. Buy beer, bread, spaghetti. Pieces are good too. A lot of energy. Coffee. Coffee only gives 3 energy. Concerned Ape. I challenge that thought. Coffee does not just give you 3 energy. It gives you anxiety. Oh, that's the salad that I wanted. Salads are cheaper. So I'm gonna buy this. Oh, I don't have any inventory space. Get rid of what's most expendable. Oh, that'll work. Buy salad. So I got some energy back. I'll pick my fiber. Oh, I can't go fishing because I don't have enough space. Cruddy crud. I could, because I don't need, like, this stuff, the rock, the fiber, the wood, and the sap, all that's common, so do I need it? No. And yeah, it looks like we'll probably finish day 2 stuff, and then we'll wrap up. So, hope you guys have enjoyed your week. I know I usually try and talk about how your guys' week has been. Mine's been okay. It's definitely been a bit better than last week was. Oh, we got a hit. So yeah, so the trick of this is you have to click, I think if you're playing with a controller, it's like you have to mash A. But you want to keep that little fish icon in between, and boom, we caught a smallmouth bass already. So, dope. Let's fish some more. So yeah, so this river connects all the way through where Marnie and Leah lives. They are adorable kids, Vincent and Jess are. There's an event that comes up later on this month that you see them dancing, and it's the cutest thing ever. That's the other upside of fishing. You get trash. Which I guess is realistic. I don't like that. Got another fish. Yeah. So I think this in different areas. What's cool about the fishing mechanics is different areas give different fish, and different fish spawn at different times of the day, which I think is a really cool concept. The only thing, and my biggest thing with Concerned Ape in Stardew Valley about the fishing mechanics is I wish there was like an encyclopedia that you can access within the game to say this fish spawns here during this time, because there really isn't. At least to my knowledge, unless I've been blind the last 4 years of playing this, but there's been no mechanics, and part of the community center stuff is gathering fish. So I've had to look up and write down a guide on how to collect all the fish that I need. Oh my gosh, stop. Okay, I'm done there. So if you guys could develop like an in-game guide that you can put, even if it's with the community center listings. Like, I know there's the lake bundle and the ocean bundle and the river bundle, and that's fine and all. But state, what season do the fish comes in? What time of day do the fish come in? Because there's no way you can know, to my knowledge, there's no way you can know ahead of time. Wait a minute. Did that say what I thought it said? I gotta catch another piece of trash. I could have sworn that trash said it's trash, just like you. Oh, if that's what it said, that'd be awesome. Alright, caught a herring. Yeah, like I said, I'm not too worried about trashing the wood and the fiber and the rocks and everything because, I have an unkept farm right now, so it's going to be pretty easy to take care of all of them. So, and that's the one thing too, so you see the power meter? It's, obviously, like, the more power you put in, the more energy you use, so this is kind of a good balance to find. Ooh, I'm getting all the luck. I can't wait to see in editing if that's truly what the trash said. Because if that's the case, Concerned Ape, you've won my love. Because they do have a cool... Oh, I wanted to show you too. This rock is a special rock. If you look at the map, it's the Lonely Stone. Nothing happens to it. I believe some characters, because I looked it up, I believe some characters have dialogue with it. But other than that, it's just a Lonely Stone, which I think is the cutest thing yet. And alright, that is going to take us to the end of today's episode. Let me sell the fish sell the fish and the daffodil, because those are good foraging points too. Put everything away, go to sleep, and we'll wrap it up. So I hope you've enjoyed Stardew Valley to start with. I'm having fun. I love Stardew Valley so much. Unfortunately, like, the early game stuff is a little bit of a grind to start off with. So you're going to just have to bear with me as we get into the story a little bit more. And yeah, so let me check the weather. Please tell me it rains tomorrow. Yeah! When it rains. I love it when it rains, too, because I think I've talked about it, too. Oh, that's probably why I had such bad luck fishing. Oh yeah, and there's levels in this game. I don't even know if I talked about that. So the trees can drop seeds now. You're better on your axe. You can craft a field snack and the foraging seeds. So there's a lot of stuff. It's in depth. This game is in depth. So, but that, my friends, is where we end today's. Whew. How can my hair be a mess? I have short hair. Oh well. Again, thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed Stardew Valley. I love the game. I just love the game. So expect more of it. Maybe even a live stream. Maybe. I don't know. Stay tuned for what we have coming this week. I have a special announcement that I'll start putting out there next Wednesday to keep you guys in the knowledge of everything. And take it from there. So we'll start then. So just kind of give you a recap of what the upcoming content will be. So we're at Saturday, Children's Time. We continue our discussion on communities. It's our children's Sunday school class. Saturdays at 9. And always stay tuned. Stay on the lookout for our Facebook post that comes out every Friday. So today at 8. Today in an hour. by now. Stay tuned for the Facebook post that has all the information you'll need. Sunday, we have our Youth Sunday School series on Philippians, week 3, called Who Do You Think You Are? Where Paul and us take a look at who we are as people. And then Wednesday at 6, we'll continue Jesus in Real Life, Jesus the Defeater of Satan, and as I mentioned, there is an announcement coming up with that one. And then I will see you right back here on Friday for Let's Play Minecraft Part 5. So, and we will kind of take things as we go from there. So, thank you for watching. As always, too, as I've mentioned the past few weeks by now, please stay in prayer for us, for Bethany, as we continue the discussions on reopening the church building for worship and just the daily business life, all that kind of stuff. By the time you're seeing this, we'll have our third meeting to discuss how to reopen the church life, or third meeting in total, but first meeting to discuss how to reopen the church office and everything. But I haven't had it yet. I have it tonight from when I'm recording this. So just be in prayer for us, for guidance, wisdom, discernment, all that. I've said it so much now. Yeah. So, and I appreciate all the prayers that have come in with this. The reopening process is a lot more, has been a lot more stressful for me, at least, over the past few weeks. So any additional prayers that you have, those would be great. And that ends it. So I will see you tomorrow for Children's Time. Stay tuned till Wednesday as well for our announcement. I should almost said special announcement. It's not that special. It's just one change that's coming up. And yeah, go from there. So as always, stay safe, stay sane, and above all else, I need you to stay blessed.